Hey, what's going on everyone? This is JoeYoursTruly back with another video. Today we'll be playing some Grux jungle. So I didn't realize that all my games of Grux has always been in the off lane. I never really play him outside of that role, and I always know he's always kind of good in the jungle. I personally not the biggest fan of Grux jungle. I kind of prefer like the Rampage and the Chimera because they're definitely really well suited for the jungle. I think Grux is kind of suited well for the jungle, but I think he's just better in the off lane where he can be selfish, scale up, and just be as strong as he can kind of be. It's kind of like my main thing. So, but I'm definitely keen to try him out in the jungle and see how well I do, kind of thing. Cause Grux is actually back in Paragon at least. He's kind of always been more of a jungler. Actually, never been played that much in like the other roles. I just remember him Paragon. He's just definitely a jungle kind of main. So kind of weird that, well, not weird, I guess surprising that I mean I think he's way better off lane, but I think he definitely has a home in the jungle as well. But I think you need to iron correctly for that. So this is kind of my kind of take on the build for Grux. Because the thing about Grux is that he's kind of always been more on the squishy side, and then if you're a jungler that's squishy, you know the enemy team is going to be trying to focus you down hard so they have pride for objectives and all that good stuff. So this build is going to be somewhat of a more tanky Grux build, where essentially I try to prioritize building tankiness while still having a good amount of damage, so I can still be a threat in engagements, but if the enemy team try to collapse on the jungler, which is me, I'm not going to be so easy to take down for sure, and that's going to help me survive and be better for these engagements and whatnot for the objectives. So my dual lane's kind of getting murk already. I'm kind of focusing on trying to get my level 3, that's when I kind of start to really pop off. So I'm gonna try to look to gain right lane in a sec. Okay, let's see if we can make... I don't have a sentry, I forgot to grab that, so I don't know if I walk on the ward or not. So I'm gonna try to see... Oh! He's actually... Nice! Wait, I think we can still... Ooh, almost got him right there. Very well played, very well played. I'm gonna see if we can maybe... I think... Alright, Chimera is in the mid, so let's see if we can maybe take the blue buff really quick before he comes over here. I don't have blink. We're actually going to west side jungle. I'm just scared about the dual lane walking into the jungle because I actually don't have the smite. Ooh. Okay, definitely they didn't check, but that was kind of risky for me to go for the invade right there. So we're actually gonna back right here. Oh! Stock is popping up, we'd love to see that for sure. So we got Claymore, that's actually gonna be really big because that's gonna help us do more damage to cannons, but also we get to slow people down, which makes our ganks a little bit better for sure. So I don't think Chimera invaded. Wait, he did invade me still. Huh, that's very unfortunate. But I took his blue, so that is not as bad for us. So I don't think he took my triple camp. Oh, he did full clip blue side, huh? Okay, so we got the timers, and then we're gonna actually just look to go back to our right side. So wow, he's just ganking my gadget a lot. But she should be totally fine for the most part. So actually, he is a level up on us. That's because we haven't, we're just really 1 XP away from it. Oh, I'm trying to tell them to be careful, right? I should be actually using my cooldown to set that blue buff. That's a really inefficient smite right there. So I didn't took... So Chimera's gonna be kind of ahead of me in terms of farm a little bit. So I'm just trying my best to try to keep farming up and try to gank whenever I can right now. So... the Chimera is definitely on the right side. So it's gonna be hard to kind of gank right. Maybe I'll look at mid instead, because I think he's hovering bot lane. So let's see if we can maybe do a pass on by right here. We got the blink out of that, so it actually wasn't that bad of a trade for us. So Chimera is hovering the right side. Yeah, he's on the right side, so we're gonna go for the steal right here. So trying to counter evade since he kind of evaded us, we trying to farm right now.
Enemy tower under attack.
Nice.
Rises.
It's a little kind of greedy for me to go for the fire camp, but I'm gonna go for it. Oh, it wasn't as bad as I thought. So now we're gonna go sweep around to our shipper camp.
An enemy tower is under attack.
And I think we want to actually get a web buff ASAP. But I'm gonna try to take my triple camp really fast before we do that. Nice. So we just need to get one more back and then we'll be able to get Bonesaw. That's when we're gonna really start to pop off. So I said we're gonna make it more tanky, but I didn't explain just yet because I just been so focused on the gameplay for the most part. So it's already too late, so unfortunately it's gonna go down right there. Oh, they're actually engaging still. I think it would have been more ideal if we just kind of let the one person die, but now it's gonna be 1 for 2. Oh, one for 1. 1 for 2, I think it was still. They're doing the main 2s. I need to try to hit like 6 right here ASAP. Okay. Don't have the. Okay, yeah. I do have a level up, so I don't have smite. It's the only thing. I think I'm just gonna literally just. Okay, now I got smite. Oh my goodness, that was very, very sloppy gameplay right there. But that was a very good call because I wanted to go on the feintures. I didn't know my team wanted to follow up, but thankfully they did. So that's a very good play by the team right there. Luckily, we were able to solve the feintures just long enough for me to get the guaranteed smite on it. That's the one thing I was scared of for sure. But that was a really, really solid Bellica knockup though, 100%. That was kind of epic. Actually, he may be pushing now still, so go avoid right there. Alright, still too far away for me to engage, so we're gonna try to steal this camp for a bit. Trying to wait for the Webner to step up a bit more. Oh, let's go. We'd love to see that, ladies and gents. Let's go, let's go. So very patient, waiting for them to step up right there. Now we're gonna get a really solid back for Bonesaw. And so next item, we're gonna go Draconum. So I finally talk about the core build path. The core build path for the tank build is Bonesaw, Draconum, and Unbroken thirds. Just because we get enough damage for Bonesaw, Draconum, and our passive that we can do a lot of damage. Our main focus should be actually fire ability, so we can live long enough to get all those damage and bleed off. So that's kind of what we're doing by doing Bonesaw, Draconum, and go straight to South Unbroken Will. See if my team wants to go for old prime here in a sec. Cause I just probably honestly just need the Murloc. Hello, hello. I can maybe solo it. I just wanted to. What the? Okay. He's gonna structure get it. Yep. That actually works out perfectly fine. because if if the range offlane gets very ahead, then he's gonna be so dominant. So see if we can maybe sneak this in really quick. I'm a little so I'm kind of hoping it's actually tank for me. Yeah, he's tanking for me. That's very good. Nice. Let's go. So now let's go grab our web buff on the right side and clear the red side jungle. I'm gonna be a little bit too late for that, so I'm gonna just opt to clear the... I'm a little bit too early, so I'm gonna do this. You can... Oh! You can normally go over that, but mine is a little bit fat right now, so not quite able to make it over the ledge. So let's grab the web buff, just because our games become very good with the web buff. Okay, looks like I'm gonna come over here. Oh wow. I didn't know Kamel was gonna be on this side, but I happened to be in that area. So it worked out very nicely. For sure, 100%. So we can actually go for... You know what, we can probably push for the T2. We have very good wave clear and damage. I'm gonna look to kind of regen plus steal some camps really quick. I don't want to smite the blue buff right before Tainted, so I'm not gonna agree for that camp anymore. I'm still kind of shrunk, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna do Tainted in a sec. Still have 50 seconds on the mini. Okay, they haven't gone on it just yet. So we can actually collapse, because they're gonna be in there for a little bit. I don't think I have enough damage to bust it that fast. So I think we're gonna just force the engagement. Yeah, I see how Chimera is trying to zone, but... What's the... Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Kill the Chimera and then we just get 3 fainters. Let's go. Let's go team. Now we just go attack mid, I think. I have... Okay, looks like I just ran out, but we should definitely be able to still get this T1, I believe. Oh yeah, let's go team. So yeah, I think there's a nice juicy red buff that the Belka scouted out for me, so nice. Let's go. Oh, he doesn't care. Oh, there's too many people over here. That's why I didn't want to engage. I just want to take the red buff and leave. So I feel bad because I knew Belka was being a homie, but like I didn't want to fight. I just want to steal the red buff and back out immediately. So wait, Belka? Wait, oh no. I wasn't a believer. Wait, why are you taking my blue? Oh, he's gonna. Okay. Thank you, sir. I thought he's gonna take it. It would be bad because they could just keep using buckshot on repeat. Alright, we're gonna back with Draconum next. It's not a director, so I guess we're gonna just try to invade more, steal some more camps, just be really annoying in general. So let's go ahead and grab Draconum. Now we're gonna be doing plane damage. Now we're focusing on survivability, so we get Unbroken Third. So every time we get CC or whatnot, we're gonna get all these passives that makes us very, very kind of specifically tanky. So it looks like he did place a deep ward. Noted. Hammers on the left side, so we can maybe invade blue on the right side in a sec. My team is already doing that, which is really nice. Because they're clearing the path for me to come follow up, while I'm still staying on top of my clears. Nice shot. So now I'm actually gonna catch the mids. Since they're all kind of done, I'm gonna try and catch this wave so it doesn't damage our turret too much, and plus I can soak up this farm as well. Nice. Oh, he's 1v2ing. Let's see if we can maybe clean up if he lives a little bit longer. Oh? Ah, almost. I see you, Camille. I'm gonna get you. I think I'm gonna get you. Oh no, did he walk the other way? Wait, where did he go? Oh no, he juked me. I guess I'm not getting him anymore. It's always hard to tell, like, when they go out of vision over the wall, it's hard to tell where they're actually going. So I think I'm actually gonna be taking the mini right here. And I'm sorry, Sock, I could not avenge you right there. But I know it's still very slow and fast, so I'm not able just to immediately get on top of them. There is a lot of fighting going over there. I think I'm gonna opt to push the mid wave out. Because I have mini prime, I can go for the T2 here in the sec if I really want to. See, they're all fine right there, so I think I'm actually gonna go for the T2 tower right here. Go on blink for 30 seconds, so I gotta be a little careful if they engage me. Nice. The only one that can probably engage on me is the Steel. But he doesn't have much kill threat against me, so I think I just kind of know him and just focus on getting these towers and whatnot. See how they're trying to back force us, so we're actually gonna go one at the Faintooth. Are they actually trying to do it even though they're kind of I'm trying to find the Chimera because maybe still. Oh yeah, he's still farming. Yeah, I greedy for this, hard. Nice. Because Grux is actually a very good counter to Chimera, just because Chimera is all about going all in on the 1v1s, and Grux is very good about all 1v1s, and more importantly, just being able to steal physical power, so it makes Chimera hit like a red noodle, or rather, he doesn't hit as hard to the point where my army fam kicks in and I can just lifesteal my way through all of his damage. So I think I'm gonna go and do this clear really fast. So I'm actually gonna do 5 camp, go for my red buff, and then we're gonna rotate over to the left side. Nice, get Unbroken Third. I guess I have so much healing, we should go like a Tainted God next actually. So it's very nice, Tainted God, it's an anti-heal, but also give us the plain defenses. But the fact that we can apply a different kind of bleed, which does bonus. Oh, I just took on the FF right there, unfortunately. So I didn't get to quite show off the kind of tank Grux builds, but I get to kind of talk about it here in a sec after we go over the stats and all that good stuff. Because essentially, how I like to play Grux jungle, after kind of testing this build out before I did this video. It essentially, actually, let's just look at the stats really quick. I always look at the damage stats because that's just kind of the cool stat you can kind of see. Because not as much other interesting stats you can look at. Maybe healing damage here. Nobash he should have a ton of damage here because that's what Nobash is really good with. But for the most part, it's just really simple stats. Nothing too crazy, but it's always kind of cool to see total damage to healers done. So you kind of see who's like pulling the most weight kind of thing. So I kind of have the most damage, but my dual lane was popping off. Belica's support though was kind of popping off, so very well played by her. 100%. She was doing a lot of damage that game. That's actually crazy. My goodness. But anyways, okay, so the build I keep mentioning is the tank kind of Grux build. So essentially, Iceskorn Talons is the Crest item you want to go with. Because I always found Iceskorn Talons to be Grux's best Crest item. Because Grux is a very immobile character in terms of escaping and engaging at times. So having Iceskorn Talons to increase your movement speed up and decrease the enemy movement speed around you makes this a very, very good item to kind of help fill in Grux's weaknesses. And the fact that Iceskorn Talons is just so good about objective fights. So like on Rampage for example, I always go Iceskorn Talons on him because I just find this item to be so good on him. The fact that you can have so much pressure on objectives when you plop this down or when you dive the enemy backline and use this, so you create a slow field behind on all the enemy squishies. It's just a very, very good item. Maybe underrated because I see people always going to Phoenix kind of thing, which is it's a solid item, but the fact that this is on a lower cooldown means this is an item you can actively use from fight to fight. So I just really like this consistent use of this item. But of course, the other builds, other items you go on this build is Bonesaw, just the item that works really good in Grux. You see right here is you get a ton of health from it, so it kind of really, because Grux has a lot of good early game damage, he doesn't have a lot of survivability early on necessarily, so this is a kind of good item to balance him out a bit more earlier on, and just a very good item that works with this whole kit. And then you go Draconum, because again this is the item that works very good. This Draconum is just an item that works so good on any hero that likes to be in those very long kind of fights. So Chimera, it works really awesome on Chimera, works really good on Rampage, works really good on Quirks and Crunch. It just worked. I think this item may be actually the secret, not the secret OP item, but it's a very, I feel like this is the item that doesn't get talked about enough because it's insane how much value all this gives you. The fact that you get to get more physical power, but also gain increased healing, you get ability haste, you get physical armor, you get physical power, and the fact that anytime you get a tank down, you get like a HP regen boost. It's just so good, but I don't see this item talk about that much. I think this is seriously one of the best items for boosters right now. So of course you go those two items, and the third item that you kind of almost always want to go is Unbroken Will. So essentially the damage items in this build are going to be just strictly the Iceskorn Talons, Bonesaw, Draconum, because all three of those items provide enough damage for you to be a threat in team fights. What you really need to focus on is increasing your defenses, especially since if you're playing Grux as a jungler, you want to build him like, you want to make him beefy enough to where, because you gotta expect as a jungler, people are gonna focus you the most in fights, because if they get picked on the jungler, that means they can get objectives for free, right? So usually like someone like Rampage is always a really solid jungler just for the fact that Rampage is the character people want to focus, but he's also act like a tank. So by them focusing him, he gives so much breathing room to his other teammates. But if you're playing the regular Grux build, you don't build enough defenses, you're not gonna be good enough frontline, and people are gonna just pop you like a balloon, and your team just gonna fall apart after that, just having no jungler away. So third item onwards is where you just build just purely defense items, because you should have enough damage in the three items I showed to you guys to be able to do enough damage to be a threat essentially. So you go this item because every time you mobilize, you take 20% decreased damage for 2 seconds, so it helps you be not as susceptible to being burst down, which is Grux's biggest weakness, is when people can just 100 him really fast. So this Unbroken Will item gives him more breathing room, so that doesn't happen as easily. And the fact that every time you are immobilized, you get also maximum health regen, so you get damage reduction and health regen every time you immobilize. So just a very good item on Grux. So even if the team only has like 1 or 2 CC, I think that's still a very good item you want to get, just because when you do get stunned, you just be able to get these passives that's not on the cooldown at all. So the last 2 items in this build are gonna just be kind of flex for the most part. It really depends on the enemy team you're facing, right? Like for example, you saw me, I was starting to build into Tainted God because I have a knockbash and Chimera. So this Tainted God is a very good defensive item to go with to counter that team. Do want to go Tainted Blade because I mean Tainted Blade is a very solid item. Maybe that's the item you kind of want to go on Grux sometimes, like especially offlane. I think it's the item to consider. But again, I think Grux is best built on the BPS side, since he should be doing enough damage to be a threat. So Tainted God is just a really solid item you can go. Plus the passive is gonna also do some considerable damage. Not too much damage, but you still gain some bonus damage because every time you inflict the blight, they're taking more damage, right? So that's a good item to go for. I'm trying to see what other items. Just kind of go through the list really quick. Salvation's alright. I think Unbroken Will is superior over Salvation after actually playing around with this item more, but it's still a very good item to go. And maybe as a 5th item if you have nothing else you want to like build to counter the team. This is a very solid item, 100%. Actually, where's my... There we go. Try and filter through that. Crystalline is very good if they have a ton of magical power, like if they have a Cuirass, they have that gadget, if they have a bunch of like high magical damage threats. Definitely Crystalline is very solid. Because again, there's a lot of tank items where you build them to be tanky, but you also build them to do additional damage back. So every time you take ability damage, you're releasing additional damage around you. So this is a really good item on Grux for as an anti-magical armor item. Citadel is also really solid actually. Not really built as much because I don't think the current hero roster takes really good advantage of this Citadel passive. Like maybe they did tease a while back. They did a Reddit vote for who the 3 heroes we're gonna see in season 2 is between Quan, Greystone, and FaZe. FaZe won that vote, so we know for sure FaZe in season 2. But I feel like Citadel, going based on Greystone's old paragon kit, I think Citadel will actually be really good on him for the most part. But I think we're not gonna probably see him for a bit. So for now, I think Citadel on this kind of Gruxy kind of tank build is very solid because you tread some armor, so it helps you indirectly do more damage, but also you gain physical armor for each nearby hero. So very like flexible item. Like you gain more physical power, but you also get health and physical armor. Helm is another good anti-magical armor item. Doesn't help you do more damage, but the fact that you gain health, just a stacking health-based regeneration makes you very successfully tanky if they keep throwing ability damage at you. So that's also very solid. Wayman's also, it's a very solid universal item. So like if it's not physical or magical armor you worry about, then you can go Wayman just so you can be overall more beefier against all sorts of damage. Tainted Bastion, so it's also really solid. So if it's not like physical based healing you worry about, then you can go like Tainted. I think this item you actually go more against like a Cuirass, because I think most of the time you're gonna be able to proc Tainted God much easier than that. Besides that, one last item I guess one other last item I can consider is Fire Blossom, just for the fact that it's a kind of static, just helps physical armor, and you also do damage around you. So since you're a tanky of Grux, you're gonna be able to get more uses of your heat wave for sure. Oh yeah, you guys gotta get that kind of idea of how you want to finish out the Grux build. The core items once again is Iceskorn, Talons, Bonesaw, Draconum, and Unbroken Will. That's just a very balanced build. So you have plenty of damage, but you're also very beefy once you get Unbroken Will especially. And last 2 items, you just go any kind of tank items that can be a good counter against the enemy you're facing. So but yeah, that's the build. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I think I said JoeYoursTruly at the beginning actually. It should be JoeYoursTruly is my intro now. I'm just so used to saying JoeYoursTruly for the longest time that I just kind of say it out of habit. But going forward, I'm gonna try and get a better habit of actually saying my actual new name now. So anyways, this is JoeYoursTruly signing off. Peace. Thank you for watching.